How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Down to Earth with Christian Harloff. Oh, I don't know. Maybe this is your first time here, and it's nice to have you. So this is our Monday through Friday UAP news channel where we try to go through all the stories of the day, and we try to pick the one that we think is the most interesting. And there are a ton of them today. Ton of them. Lots of stories that were coming in and from all over the place and different spectrums and so many different conversations. And I was like, I don't know what to choose. And then I saw this one. Now, John Greenwald Jr. from last week, I believe it was, had submitted this whole thing and got the people up in a stir about the David Grush situation. And just basically he tries to get some documents. He gets the documents back. He releases them. So he was now on the lookout for Dr. James Lacatski's emails, who was part of the ATIP program. And if you're not familiar with Lacatski, he was on Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp's show, and he was the gentleman who said that he was in the program and he actually was part of the program that actually breached the hull to one of these ships. Now, this document is a tad disturbing when you look at what happens here when Greenwald tries to get these documents. This is what is said. Dear Mr. Greenwald, this responds to your Freedom of Information Act appeal dated November 25th, 2023. In your letter, you appealed the adequacy of the search conducted by the Defense Intelligence Agency personnel in response to your FOIA request. I apologize for the amount of time it has taken to process your appeal. The DIA is diligently working to improve our initial request and administrative appeal response timelines. DIA personnel responded to your initial request dated April 2nd, 2022, informing you that the DIA found no documents responsive to your request. I reviewed your request for appeal and remanded your request to the review team for additional search. Upon remand and review, DIA personnel verified the search procedures and conducted a second search. No responsive records were located as a result of this search. The records you requested were properly destroyed prior to your request pursuant to records disposition schedules approved by the National Archives and Records Administration. Based on the above information and the governing law, I find that DIA personnel performed an adequate search for records responsive to your request. Please be advised that no further action will be taken regarding this appeal. It then tells him that if he has any additional requests to contact the DIA FOIA. So his response to that was, on the bottom there, you can see, can please confirm that by this response, all of James Lacatski's emails were destroyed? Then they say the DIA FOIA office can confirm that a search was conducted for emails using the cited name James Lacatski and no records were located. Now, John Greenwald says the email records of Dr. James Lacatski, the program lead for the AAWSAP ATIP program at DIA, have been destroyed. That is confirmed. Waiting on word per what records retention schedule authorized it and whether or not it was truly authorized. Sadly, it likely was. More soon. Now, a very interesting response to this was Lou Elizondo, who has not been on the same page and has been, I believe, criticized. I'm not sure, or at least John Greenwald and him have not seen eye to eye on a lot of different things. And sometimes people feel like John Greenwald's on one side of the things. And from what people say is that John Greenwald just tries to get documents one side or the other, not really trying to take a side. You be the judge of that, not what I'm saying here. However, Lou Elizondo comes out and says, although John and I don't always see eye to eye, this is extremely relevant. Not only did the Pentagon try to do this to me in an attempt to erase my history with ATIP, they have now done it to my friend Jim and who knows how many countless others. When will people wake up and realize truth can be deleted with a simple click? And the bigger question, who is doing this and why? Kudos to you, John. So I think the first thing to be said there overall is, this goes to my point, if you've been watching my show recently, of why we need more moments like this. We need more moments of, I think that as I've said many times, and I don't know how many times you've watched any of my videos the first time, what I like to be clear on is that I think that it's healthy to ask questions and not just blindly believe everything. I also think that it is also healthy to be open-minded with things and not just say, no, you're wrong, and there's nothing in this guy, and I can tell you why. You're allowed to do that, but you shouldn't put down people if they believe in it and they think that there's stuff out there and they believe that they have certain things and whatever it might be. Same sides. There's ways to be blind believers as well as there's blind skeptics. But this seems to be more so of someone saying, look, I haven't agreed with you but this is a good report that you're putting out here. You're not necessarily saying that there's a cover-up. You're not necessarily saying that what I'm saying, which is essentially they're deleting people's records and trying to erase us from history. That's not what he was saying. He's just telling you, hey, these were indeed erased. I've got the confirmation. Here it is. I tried to follow up and find out any information I could about this guy in these emails to see what there was, and they're gone. That's weird to me. And that's what he said. And Lou is basically like, yeah, because that's what they do. Now, from past reports from other people who have been a part of it, as you've heard many times over, say what you want about Bob Lazar. Seems like there was a lot of times in one of the reports with George Knapp that this is something along the lines of what they did with him. The records, when people went to go and look at certain places that he said that he worked, or places or colleges that he went to, his records were gone, yet there are pictures of him there. Whatever. It's not outside the realm of possibility that this is something that people would do to try to keep things quiet, especially if Lacatski is one of those people that might be coming forward in the next hearing. And this is kind of like a, look, let's get rid of anything that we have on this guy right now. He's probably one of the guys that's going to be one of these whistleblowers. It's taken a while for them to confirm this hearing. Let's do everything that we can to say, nope, nothing here for you guys to get. No emails here. It's possible, right? And it looks like, and it's bizarre if he was indeed part of this program, that these emails have been erased. And the question is, why? And as Lou said, by whom? So these records were destroyed. It's, this is where you go back to what a lot of the standard comments are when people say this is not about aliens, this is not about beings, this is not about interdimensional travel and all that stuff. It's about the truth. That's weird. Even if let's say Lacatski's got information inside of this program about other foreign tech from foreign governments that's a threat to the airspace, why is his stuff being deleted? Regardless of what you think, why is it being deleted? Now, some people in the comment section are probably going to say, well, what if it just proves that he was never part of the program? Doesn't seem like that's what Greenwald's saying. And as you saw from last week, he doesn't. To me, what it seems with Greenwald so far is he's just a guy that likes to get the information from whatever it might be. It's like, hey, the Arrow said that, at first Grush said they never reached out to him. And then these are the documents I have said that he did. And then he just kind of created that storm and said, nothing to see here. I'm out. I'm going to go find the next thing. This is what he does. He finds documents and then he puts them out there. And this one, he says, look, more to come later, but I put this request in to find out who this guy is and what it is, and they deleted his records. Something stinks, I think. I ask you, though, what do you guys think? These records these emails seem to be destroyed. Seems like it was deliberate. Doesn't seem like it was an accident. He's probably not going to get an answer as far as where they went. What do you think? So put your comments in there. Tell me exactly what you think. As I said before, if you're brand new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We just recently hit 20,000. We're trying to get to 50 now. We're trying to get the word out there. We're trying to get more people. And what I never mentioned on this, and I should mention on this, if you want to listen to this on audio, not only can you listen to all of these news pieces that I do on audio every day on the Down to Earth with Christian Harloff podcast feed, whether that's Spotify, Apple, whatever it might be, my show that I do on Tuesdays on my other channel, which is UAP Tuesdays, where we just had on Jesse Michaels. We're going to have on Avi Loeb next week. The audio for that show is all under the Down to Earth podcast feed. So if you want to go over there and join us over there, please do. All right, that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow. See ya.